Hi everyone, welcome to Code2Gather, where mock interviews are made easier. Using our app, we can be sure that you can excel in your technical interviews. So let's get started. So first, you can actually sign in using GitHub. Right. So here you do some authentication, and now you're in. So over here you can see that there's a leaderboard which kind of shows how everyone is doing as well. Be it today, this week, or this month. Right. There's also a practice history below, but right now you can't see anything because we have not yet started any practices. So to get started, let us first select a question difficulty that we want to practice with. So in this case, I guess I want to start with something easy. So let's start with an easy question. I can just practice now. Right. So now I'm starting to find a panel, and okay, wow, that's fast. I got matched with Xing Yue, right? So here you can see that. Okay. So here you can see that I'm actually the interviewer for this interview right now. So what happened actually is that we'll kind of take turns to interview each other. Right, so for those of you who have like practiced mock interviews before, you roughly know what this means. Basically, kind of prepare questions for one another to kind of like go have take turns to practice, right? But because Code2Gather is here, right, we'll basically provide the questions for you. All you gotta think about is actually doing the practice with your mock interview partner. So here on the right side, you can just see that there's a question, right, for you to give to your interviewee. So actually, the interviewee does not have the question at this point. So let's say I'm someone who prefers to read the question out, I can read it out. But if I'm someone who prefers to just paste the question in, sure, I can do that as well. So for example, I give Xing this question, right, and then she can start coding at this point. So actually at the same time, I can also write down notes for this interview. So let's say I feel, it would be good to maybe run through the algorithm before coding, right? So that's some feedback I want to give her. So feel free to, as an interviewer, you can feel free to step in, right? If you feel like you want to actually come in and say, like, for example, write some comments. Complexity should be ON, for example. Alright, you can go ahead and do that. And basically, Code2Gather is a collaborative editor, right? So you can safely do it without any fear of things going wrong. So now that she has done her coding, actually you can execute the code as well. So let's execute the code. You can see there's output, and you can see it only prints off bars. Oh no, why? Why is that the case? Right. So as you can do live debugging here in Code2Gather. Okay. So let's try one last time. You can see she ran the code, and voila, it works. Okay. So at this point, I can say, okay, I can end my turn. So let's say I'm done. I can just say that, okay, yes, she did solve the problem, so it was solved. But if you feel like this person has not solved it, don't worry, you can go ahead and give them unsolved. It will not penalize them in any way, it only helps them to improve, right? So you'll just be saved as a record for them to look back on subsequently. So let's say it's solved. Right, so now it's my turn to be the interviewee, right? So in this case, I'll wait for the questions from my interviewer, right? So in this case, you can see it's actually to print the nth Fibonacci number. So of course, if I want to do this properly, I will like maybe talk about the algorithm and so on, but for this demonstration purposes, let's just quickly run through the solution, right? So maybe something like this. And right. Oops. Right. So of course I can give a very naive solution. Right? In this case, I just want something that works lah. Right. And I can say, oh, this means 89. So of course, feel free to use library as well. So for example, if I want to add a func tools, right? Let's say I want to use the LU cache decorator that allows me to cache maybe the last 3 executions, right? Which actually allow me to run the code faster. Right, okay. So now that I'm done, I think my interviewer can end her turn. Right. And once that's done, okay, well done. We completed it, and then now you can give each other a rating. So this rating shouldn't be about the other person's competency as an interviewee, because I think we're all here to learn, but maybe about how the other person performed as an interviewer. So was this person serious? Did this person take this interviewing seriously, or did this person simply just go through the motion and didn't really help you out a lot in the interview? So feel free to give them rating based on how much you enjoyed this interview with them, right? And instead of like rating their skill. Right, which I think everyone here is here to grow, right? So let's say I think that she's did a very great job, and once I'm done, I can press confirm, and I'll be redirected back to my home room. Yes, so you can see that the code that I've written earlier is here below now, and yes, the interviewer left me some very positive notes. Yeah, and you can see that the leaderboard has also been updated with our new statistics. Yeah, and with that, you've come. This is what we have for Code2Gather. Hope you enjoy the process of coding together and getting hired together as well. Thank you so much.